What the hell is scrap? Oh, another server error. It's looking promising. It's looking promising. All right, let's myself sorted out. Been logged in for what, 5 minutes, and this is the second server error. We are live. We are live on the internets. On the old YouTuberies and the old Twitcheroos for the first time in quite some time. Let's get some music. From the old epidemic sound, we might end up listening to just more music than we do actually playing some Star Citizen. Mr. Papa Zuzu, how are you, my friend? Chilling out on the old Twitch. Thanks for joining me. I haven't obviously been online in quite some time. Good old 1 sub per stream cycle. 1 sub per stream cycle, 1 stream per sub cycle. Not even that. It's been a little bit. My shifts at work have changed. And I would normally be going to bed now. In fact, I'd probably already be in bed. It's 9 o'clock. The 9 p.m. Actually, no, I'd be going into bed now. Do a morning shift now. So no more night shifts for me. I do a morning shift. 5 a.m. starts. 1 p.m. finishes. Which kind of doesn't lend itself really very well to after dark sort of shenanigans. But this is my second server error so far in 4.8. I did log in to my main account yesterday. Climbed aboard my Carrack and went off and did a quick mission. And then I thought, look, I'm going to have a chance to jump on and find out what's happening with Argo. I'll pop on a little stream as we try and figure out what the hell is happening in 4.8. As has once again been the case, I have not been keeping up with what's going on. I noticed that the Ironclad has been released. From what I understand, several ships have been released. Some events happened. Defense Con happened. I don't know what's going on. Exotic Jazz, the Golden Medman saga is finally continuing. Finally continuing. Golden Medmans. That's what we're looking for. Golden Medmans. We need them in our baskets. Well, look, at the moment, I don't know how much A Life Uncharted stuff will be going on. We'll certainly be playing by some rules. I think we'll just go back to the beginning. So far, I haven't even been able to play the game yet. Or do anything. Or with everyone's favourite Bogan, the Ginger King. Mr. Argo Hurston. Although I did log on this afternoon, and I noticed there has been a wipe. Yes! A wipe! So, Argo has no shoes. Got no shoes, man. Look. Where are my shoes? Got no shoes, man. It was all a dream. Leaving Hurston, buying an Argo Raft, settling in the Nix system, finally being, you know, out of the clutches or the orbit of the Hurstons. Finally acknowledged reality that Amelia and Argo are never getting back together. But unfortunately, he has woken up here in Lorville, shoeless, shipless, penniless. Well, not quite penniless. So I think we've started with our base 25 grand. We obviously have a functioning ship. Let's jump in. The dogs are out. All right, let's try and get this ship out for the 3rd time. I don't know, there's this new thing here that says scrap. So I'm assuming that if you buy ships... Now, I need to turn that music down. It's out of control, man. Let's turn that music down. Just that... I want that in the background, just like a subtle... Just a little bit of... Like some birds gently in the background. I'm assuming now you can buy ships in-game, and then if you don't want them, scrap them? I'm assuming that's what that means. And there was something else that popped up here that said something about ensuring a loadout.
Vehicle selected. Stand by.
New things to keep Crouchy interested for 2 or 3 streams. I'm slowly getting used to the morning shifts. Although I don't have a routine for the afternoon when I get back from work. Obviously, I've got the whole afternoon now to do things. I don't know, it's different. But I've made that change so I can do more things with the ninja in the evenings. Primarily scouts and a couple of other activities. The Rhino says scrapping doesn't delete the ship. Okay. I mean, if you scrap a car, you kind of don't have it anymore. It's been scrapped. You've sent it to the wreckers. Mr. Jazz, when you modify stuff on a ship, you need to insure now or you lose them bits, and you got the choice of paying for an insured loadout claim or to get the base unmodified loadout for free. I guess, is that just for like vehicle components, weapons and stuff like that? It doesn't include stuff that's in the lockers or on the weapon racks or stuff like that? So, obviously we're having some issue getting our ship here. Please wait while your vehicle is being delivered. I don't want to wait.
Please visit us again. Goodbye.
Is there a fire extinguisher? Okay, so obviously there's some problem with my ASOP. It's just for the components for now. Okay. So we do have a whole bunch of inventory sort of stuff. We've got all the different armor sets from one of the previous events. We don't really have a great deal of clothing. And we certainly have no shoes. I did notice as I was trying to put these clothing items on, just double clicking on stuff sort of does random stuff. Like if I want to put this blue hat on, sometimes it changes the overalls. That doesn't seem to be the case at the present point in time. Yeah. It's a lot harder to scavenge for parts now, because if someone insured a component and you yoink it from their abandoned ship, the moment they claim that insured ship, the component you yoinked will become bricked. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay, so you have a maximum of 25 ships in a location at any one time. Scrapping just removes it from the limit, but it can be claimed back. Okay. It's an annoying bug. Got to drag and drop most of the time. Okay, cool. Mr. Metaphysical. Goodness gracious me. It's the what? Quioxic Crouch 07 mate, how are you? Hope you're well this fine Friday. I am very well, thank you. I was going to go to bed, but then I realized I don't have to go to work in the morning. So I might stay up. Oh, yes! twice is the charm. I might stay up and check out 4.8. It's been out for what, a week or something? What's going on with the cursor? That's... Alright, what sort of condition is the Archie bunker in? I think before we go anywhere, we're gonna have to get some shoes. Or I guess we could go out there into the world and find some shoes for everyone's favourite bogan, the Ginger King, Mr. Argo Hurston. Actually, I think that's probably a better idea. I did notice when I was looking in here this afternoon that there's some courier missions, which is kind of ideal for Mr. Hurston here, to get back into things. Obviously, we can't really do a great deal of very much of anything else. We could probably do some, some shooty contracts. All right, let's get the good old Archie bunker sorted out. I'm unsure how committed I am to, a full life Uncharted experience where we just start with nothing or very little of anything. And we have a whole bunch of rules. I do like these new circles that are here, just being able to quickly and easily grab stuff and drag it off. So what are you, the Strata arms, the Hurston Black? It's pronounced quixotic. Exotic, hey? A fun fact, hey? The UTV fits in the cutter comfortably and can hold a 1SU box. Out of everything pledged, the UTV is still my favorite thing to pull out. What's the UTV? Is that the little golf cart one, or is the UTV something new? What do we go? Do we go the Hurston Black? See, it's put these weird pants on here. Okay. I don't want those. No. What's this? You have a helmet too. Some black. Alright. What's that slot for? My pants. Okay. Hang on, wait a minute. That's the wrong arm. It's changed the armor. Okay. The confusion is rampant. All right, I think that's looking okay for the moment. It's the off-road golf cart that dropped this year. Okay. Rhino's joining the rest of the crew over on the old Twitch of the up on the Aru. Okay, so we've got that. Let's get ourselves some clothing. Choices of shirts and outfits and stuff are relatively lacking. And we do have a reasonable array of weaponry. What sort of utilities do we have? Let's take this black one, the Hurston multi-tool. And obviously we want a tractor beam in it. That work? It's kind of hard to tell, isn't it? But get out of here. Oh, we got a tractor beam. I think we had another multi-tool there. Let's get this white one, the Microtech one, and we can put this Cambio tool in it. Because we'll need to do some repairing of things, won't we? Sure we will. Crystal battery and some Cambio light SRT canisters. We've got no other ammo. We've got no food. Did we have a med pen? Somehow the med pen got automatically equipped. Okay, interesting. Okay, I think really that's all we've. Oh no, hang on, wait. We need some weapons. Mr. Jason the Bruce, how are you, my friend? I hope you're well. Barefoot Argo, typical bogan. I know. Let's go, Argo. We got to find him some shoes. All right, let's take a P4. Hurston laser pistol. I guess we can take a laser pistol because I don't think we've got any other. Oh, hang on, wait a minute. What did that just equip? Oh, okay, so it just randomly equips whatever it wants. That's interesting. That's not what we want. A Quartz Hurston Energy SMG. Kana rifle. Shotguns. Quartz Energy SMG. Okay, I don't know what any of these are. Can loot food and drinks. We're going to find things along the way. That's really our only option here. All right. We're off. We're off on an adventure. Argo Hurston has woken up from his daydream into a nightmare. There's no millions of credits. There's no Argo Raft. There's no life outside of Lorville. We are back here at the beginning. That's interesting. Okay. Back aboard the good old Archie bunker. Oh, we've got more things in the ship too. Okay, that's good to see. How do we move? Oh, we can just move everything into the ship. Got to drag from the circle. Okay. Ragu! How are you, my friend? Yeah, apparently there's been a wipe. There has been a wipe. Typical Bogan, probably gambling it all around the horses. Or went to 2 up and lost all of his clothes. Alright, well, what can we do? What can we do? And I noticed there's refueling missions too. So I'm assuming I could probably I'm assuming these are NPC refueling missions, because otherwise there'd probably be a beacon, which I noticed is up here. Beacons, create a beacon. So I'm kind of hoping that I can get my Starfarer and go do some refueling missions for these NPCs. Certainly looking forward to seeing if that actually works. So the beacons are called an AI refueler with fighter escorts that gas you up, but at a premium price. Haha, that's sweet. All right, let's do a courier mission. Entry-level courier needed in Stanton. Well, look, Argo's certainly very entry-level. Also, the refueling jobs have a full rep chain. There's higher tier jobs that pay millions. Sounds sweet. Works. This is Star Citizen, my friend. All right, so we need to deliver some food supplies. Can I have some of those food supplies? Because currently Argo is hungry and has no shoes. All right, we need to collect food supplies. Let's accept this offer. Okay, the contract's unavailable. Perfect. Perfect. Let's try again. That one's also unavailable. Let's try again. Yes! 3rd time's a charm! 1 million is the top job, hey Rhino, you can get, and you've got to go to Pyro to fuel 3 ships up. And I've never got it to work. Oh no! Jazz, you notice that they added more food items that are loot only, like cans of stew or beans. Oh, we're getting a little bit DayZ, are we? Let's go. No, what's happening? Okay, yep, that's very... We're going to climb into bed to get the fire extinguisher. That's interesting. Okay, who's putting coins on the fact that my keybinds aren't going to work? Alright, the ship fires up. Oh no, of course they have to work. Because I went flying in my Carrack yesterday on my main account. Haha! Ha ha ha! Yes. Oh, wait a minute. Oh yeah, the right one works. Where's my landing gear? Okay, patience, pad 1. Patience. Alrighty. Yes. Good old Archie Bunker.
Remember, if you're contemplating a career change, you should contact one of them.
Alright. Now, where is this mission actually taking us? Because there's a lot more locations in the game now, right? So I'm kind of hoping that these are going to be taking us. So deliver food supplies through the storehouse. Okay, I'm hoping we get a beacon for the storehouse. So collect food supplies from HDPC Casillo. Okay. Pick up food supplies. Can't route to that at the moment. Why not? Certainly should be able to. just go manually. Here we go. Am I going to be landing at this facility in daylight? The barefoot ingester. The barefoot courier. Well, actually, he has a jumpsuit on at the moment, so... It's daylight. That drink looks tasty, Crouch. What is it? This is a grapefruit radler from Aldi. It's not bad. Nice and light, 2.5%. It's quite nice. It's a radler. It's a beer infused with fruit. You've got those exact radlers in the fridge for tomorrow's barbecue. Very nice. You prefer the elderberry flavour? Well, I think I'm going to go to Aldi tomorrow. Hang on, wait a minute. Where the hell is this taking me? Low down. Okay, I'm just going to trust... I'm just going to trust that the marker is pointing me in the right direction. The fact that there's no quantum beacon there. Look, let's just see what happens. You prefer beer flavor, Rhino? Lots of different flavors of beer, my friend. Hang on, what's going on here? So, there's the distribution center just there. So is there like a little outpost out here? Collect food supplies from HDPC Cassillo. What are these things? Is this like a village? Harvestables. Is this an Ewok village? Oh, it doesn't look like an Ewok village. Alrighty. What is this place? And am I going to require shoes? Fruit is not a beer flavor. Well, it depends on what sort of hops you've got in your beer. It could certainly be a beer flavor. Plenty of citrus flavored hops. The distribution centers have tiny outposts around them. There used to be courier jobs to and from them back when they first dropped. Oh, really? Where am I? I'm on Hurston. I require no helmet protection. Let's go. That's the lights, my friend. Yes. What's happening with my camera? All right. Let's go pick up some food supplies. No shoes, no shirt, no entry. Well, we've got shoes on, and we've got a shirt. And, you know, let's be honest, we are sporting a godly mullet. I think anyone who's rocking such a magnificent haircut deserves entry into the finest of establishments. Are there going to be... should we have a quick look around for loot boxes? This is when somebody in the comments says, there's no loot boxes at these places, and then Crouch goes, fucking missed opportunity. Alright, food supplies there. Shoot on sight, more like. Come on, man. The Ginger Ninja, man. I have noticed that the game looks very different with this, what's it called? Razor? Rasta? Oh, please be kind to me. Radar? Thing? Everything looks a little bit flat or comic book until you zoom in, and then all of a sudden you can start seeing, you know, textures and all that sort of stuff. I need a boot box more than a loot box. There's a severe lack of loot boxes everywhere. Okay. Well, I'm kind of hoping to find a loot box with some boots inside the loot box. I don't think there are any loot boxes at these facilities. I don't think I've ever seen any when I've been doing mercenary missions and stuff at these locations in patches be passed. But look, we're not here for, you know, extreme levels of excitement. We're here to have a little casual wander about and see what we might be able to get up to in this latest patch of the Star Citizen. See, now that would have been a cool loot box. In fact, it looks like it's supposed to be a loot box. So a boot loot box. Exactly. We need a boot loot box. Give them a tiny gunfire just so they prove to them they shouldn't mess with you. I was very tempted to give that guy a little bit of a karate chop as I walked behind him. This also looks like it should be another loot box. A medical loot box. Oh God, there was a can that came in this morning from Sydney. And it certainly had some medicals in it. We opened up that can. There was a freighter that came in last night. Because I don't work on freight planes anymore. I work on freight because I do a morning shift now. I don't do freighter ops now at night. I do a morning shift. We do freight on domestic planes. There was a freighter that came in last night. That then its outbound got cancelled. So the big freight containers didn't leave. So we had to strip all the freight out of those big freight containers and put them into smaller containers that go on passenger planes. And one of those containers had a reasonable level of some medical assistance in there.
Damn slams. They've been subscribed for 23 months.
Flossie. What are you subscribing for, Flossie? Thank you, mate. I appreciate it, buddy. Mr. Acorn. Well, this motherfucker. One stream per year. Look, we're doing our free Prime one. There we go. Yeah, look, that's a good use of your free Amazon Prime sub, is to drop it on my stream. I mean, you only have to do it once. You only have to do it once a year. All right, let's get our box of food supplies and get out of here. I don't think there's going to be any boxes around the place where we can find this beautiful Ginger Ninja. Some shoes. This is at least the 4th time this year, I know. One stream per year. Come on, man. Yeah, I'm going to have to... I was saying a little earlier, I still haven't gotten into a rhythm now. Obviously, the whole after dark thing isn't going to really work out. Given that, you know, I'd normally be in bed by now. Given my morning shift, 5 a.m. to 1 p.m. I've got to sort out a routine. Now that I have the majority of the day. Oh, I bought a motorcycle. Did I mention that I bought a new motorcycle? Maybe if you get enough moolah from this job, you can buy some kinky boots. Well, I was kind of hoping that I'd get taken to an outpost and I'd be able to loot some boxes and find myself some loot boots. Another new one? Well, no. Have I already streamed since I got the Himalayan? Or did I buy another motorcycle I'm not aware of? At one point in my life, that wouldn't have surprised me. No, it's that one. Okay. So I've had that bike for a while then, hey? Because I haven't streamed for probably 2 months. It's been good fun. Oh, because you offered something for the camera. Yes, that's right. That is right. There's a cave over there! Oh, no more grapefruit. Adler. Alright, I guess we're, I guess we need to find some more, but hey. Did someone tag your shit while you were walking around? Look, man, this is Hurston, man. You can't really park anywhere without the risk of someone just, you know, popping out of the, you know, a dust pile. Parts of it match an art graffiti. I know the right side of the ship's relatively, you know, graffiti-less. I do love the little tag that's on the window. How do I zoom in? How does the camera work? I love that little tag, the one that says Mac. Does it say Mac or hack or yak or tack? I think it says Mac. Furious Roo, how are you, my friend? It's Crouch, my first crouch starting for the year. It's a special occasion. Drop off the food supplies. Oh, I think we've blasted too far out into space. Oh, not yet. Alright. Let's get the Ginger King down to this distribution center to complete his first courier job of his career. Maybe we'll find some shoes. You think it says hack, Rhino? I'll have you know, Hurston has very low crime rates thanks to their efficient law enforcement. Did anyone else notice I've got a dressing gown on? Like the very early days of Crouch After Dark, where I used to wear dressing gowns. And we had a small collection of different sorts of dressing gowns. Actually, a lot of people here have been around from the beginning, which surprises me, given that I only stream once a year. Alright, let's go. But it is getting colder. Crouch After Dark? No. Crouch After Months. It's too good. It's too good. Alps is freaking cold. Yeah, I know, man. Look, I swear though, I start work at 5, right? And I normally have my thermals on because I ride my bike to work. And it normally, you know, I reckon it gets colder just as the sun rises around sort of 6:30, 7 o'clock or so. It gets colder when the sun comes up. Make that make sense. Did I get a hanger? Yes, we did. Whoa, 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 that's a little bit quick. That's a little bit quick. What is that down there? Silicon aluminium? Love little ships in big hangars. You can sort of fly around inside the hangar. It's been bloody hot there, has it, Rhino? What do you mean by bloody hot? Like 22 degrees or 23 degrees or something? Oh, please be back here. Here it is. So I can't pick up the... maybe a tractor beam. Maybe a tractor beam. All right, we're gonna do something about this camera views. Let's reset that. Let's reset that. Got to call it now. Crouch bathrobe streams. All right, maybe. Maybe a tractor beam. Pretty sure it's the black one. Will wake up this box. There we go. $32 degrees, hey Rhino, that's not too bad. It's getting up there. The only thing that is missing from the ensemble is the once traditional crouch hat. What did we used to wear in the beginning? Fedoras? Did we have fedoras on? Oh, and by that I mean fedoras, yeah. Yeah. They're never far away. Hang on, maybe can we need... Give me a moment. Hello, sweetheart. What's up? It's Yeah, here we go. Alright, I wonder how many things are going to stop working. If I do this. It's off. Anyways, up underneath there where there should be a hang headphones. These things into... These things never really sit in my ears properly. Hold on to these. Should start pairing. Go here. System. Two. Easy rods. And it's like nothing. Oh, actually, wow, that sounds really bad. You know, there's different sort of settings on these things. Okay. Inspector Crouch. Let's go. So deliver food supplies to the storehouse. So we're going to walk all the way through this facility to the storehouse, hey? Jesus, now you're having battle bunker flashbacks. Oh, the battle bunker. Okay. Battle bunker. Let's fucking go. G'day everyone, Viv here from Battle Bunker. We have our September spectacular. What is it?
Spectacular.
Spectacular. We can't spell, so we're calling it our spectacular.
Tomorrow.
Jesus. Tomorrow, 25% off everything. An extra 5% for members.
That's right.
That gives you a whopping 30% off. Is it everything in store?
Everything in store.
Everything in store. Games Workshop. What do we sell? Games Workshop.
Look at this
Privateer
guy.
Press. It is my store, trust me. Flames of War, all our Pog City stuff, Alchemy.
Oh, back when I had hair and didn't have 3 digits on the scales. Lobby, how do we open the door? Hasn't you been tempted to go down to the hat project in the city and get yourself a nice flat cap? That video, just for reference, is 14 years old. Maybe 14, maybe. No, even older. Around there, 14, 15 years ago. When did I open the bunker? In 2009.
closed it just before 2012. But so somewhere around there. Time we go. I'm not 100% sure where. Oh, let's just go to one checkpoint, I suppose. How I get to this place? So we just sort of head towards the marker. I've got to take this song out of my playlists. Shoes. We don't have a backpack. We don't have a backpack. What kind of... Let's just keep going. And... this is where all the loot boxes are, man. I don't know why I'm looking in the loot boxes. Like, what am I supposed to do? I don't have a backpack. Take a med pen. Oxyphon. Alright, let's concentrate on the mission. Pretty sure this doesn't look like stairs that go down. Hang on, I think there's a jumpy down area. It goes into tunnels and stuff. See, I think it's clearly evident here, ladies and gentlemen, Star Citizen analysts, that my knowledge of these distribution centers, after having played this game, you know, a couple of times a year, is significant. Like a moth to a flame. Loot boxes. Well, look, we're going to have to do as much looting as we can. I mean, at the rate Argo earns cash buck dollary doos, we can't really be affording to spend like $500 or 500 credits on a pair of boots. You know? And anything that we can loot to sell is kind of, you know, it's kind of big money. For everyone's favourite bogan, the Ginger King, Mr. Argo, hang on, what's going on here? Argo Hurston. Please be a door here. Yes. All right. I think we can safely say we're on the right path, as I knew we would be. Clearly evident we were. Bossy found some backpacks in the security rooms yesterday. I was kind of half expecting to see some guns on the ground here. Again, the storeroom being one of the places they come for FPS missions. Sometimes guns and stuff get left behind. But then again, that would have been entirely pointless because we don't have a backpack. Oh, we're gonna put this on a shelf. Oh, this is so cool that we're not putting this into like a, you know, one of those Covalex distribution terminal vending machine things. Am I just going to putting it here on the ground? Appropriate eye. Yes. Yes. I am a genius. Oh, I received a blueprint for a hurricane. A hurricane. Alright, well, so far we don't have a get out of the facilities warning. Alright, backpacks in the security rooms, but that's kind of going to require me to find a piece of armor. The Hurricane is a jump drive, is it? What the fuck is all that shit? Is there like a better view of that? Oh, a medal! This was the one that Argo lost. He's been looking for this for ages. I remember when he got this cartography agency medal. Well, at least Argo does. And some shoes. And some drinks. Jesus! We need a backpack. That's just rude, you know? Look at this dude. He's got a backpack. Like your outfit, sir. Karate chop him. What's the point? Chop. Get karate chopping things out. Yeah, I need a chest piece. Yeah, we kind of need to find an armor box. Why is it raining? We need to find like a loot box that's got a chest piece in it. And then a backpack. So close, yet so far. And well, you know, we can chill out in this facility. It doesn't look like they're too unhappy. I mean, surely there's got to be some situation with these data pads. I mean, the waste can't be this significant. They're just chucking out data pads. We can go back to the ship. Can I take the shoes out of the crate and carry them to the ship? That's probably a good idea. I am kind of hoping that I'll find some better shoes. But I'm also kind of hoping that I can go back to the ship, get a backpack, and then go do a little bit of looting. Okay, let's... We're already lost. Because normally there'd be a, you know, get out of the facility warning. The trespassing. Or soon to be. But that doesn't seem to be the case at the moment. So I'm assuming, you know, we have carte blanche to just wander around. I mean, we'd make a killing in datapad sales right now. They're just everywhere. They're everywhere. apples. Some sunset berries. Man, if I find a golden medman, we all know what's going to happen. Oh, that's a moon or something, isn't it? A patambu. Let's eat that patambu. Was that somebody just crying out for help just then? We need to find a bigger box. An ore mining attachment, some glacisite, some dolivine, and a multi-tool. Now we can put that ore bit. Can we put this on our belt? We can. Can we? Did it work? Hang on, wait. We done. No. Bad decision. Okay, so this is our one that's got the tractor beam in it. Never going to find that box again. Big box. Need the bigger boxes. Your friend was hoarding the harvestables because high rep rare emissions gave component blueprints. Yeah, that's what... That's all it is. The Karafiq. A flavorless, nutrient jelly with a firm, slippery texture. Look at this jacket! Look at this jacket! Coda pistol magazine. It's just rude. This is just rude now. That's really all it is. Oh god, is this... Okay. Chest piece? Chest piece? No. What is it? Pieces. That's... Legs went that way. Why did it went that way? Okay, one thing I am kind of pleased to see is that there's no trespassing warning. Which is the nice thing about these distribution centres. Well, one of the nice things is being able to wander around like this and, you know, loot and find things and... Drinks, water. That would have been useful. More multi-tools. You love crappy cubes, they jiggle when you inspect them. Yeah, that's so cool. More multi-tools. You're looking for the good, rare armor people farmed from distro centers. The boxes are really well hidden. Well, we're going to head back to the lobby. And we'll check the areas. I don't even know how to get back there. This is just going to be one of those little cubbies, isn't it? It's a security area because I know exactly where I'm going. Just playing it up for the camera, folks. Because I'm a real streamer. Build up the, you know, the tension. Make it appear as though I'm confused and don't know what's going on. So then just turn a corner and have everything work out like it was just scripted. Like I've got the script on the right-hand monitor here, but let's not worry about that at the moment. Shouldn't mention that. Just don't worry about that last bit. Forgot about that. Now we could duck down through one of those offices into the vents. think we'll just go the traditional way. Through the Big Benny's machine. You've partially memorized 2 locations. You're not gonna spoil it though. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. Let's go. You know, we're so close to the ship. Just go back to the lobby. We can do all of this in a minute. Maximum velocity. All sprint ahead. Let's go back to the ship. Oh, yes, by the way. You got some cash buck dollary doos. 62,250 credits. We're rich. Rep. For FTL couriers. Some neutral rep. Okay, so what contracts have they offered me now? A host of contracts. Deliver an ammunition crate. HDMS Norgard, or we get on Aberdeen. We might have some loot there. The distribution center, that's where we are. Aranite. Operai. Alright, sweet. Sweet. Yes. Hello. Hello there. You have an impressive helmet, sir. Is VoIP working? Have they finally got VoIP working? Your internet went out for so long, you got AFK kicked. I need to fly all the way from Lorville back to Pyro. You've been farming rare attachments. Okay, so the VoIP's only working for low pop servers, is it? Okay, I think what we'll do... Just one thing to keep in mind is that these distribution centers are not armistice zones. So we could end up in a pickle. Alright, let's get a Baku. I like how it also automatically equips a helmet and arms as well. That. A Coda pistol magazine. Where did we get a Coda pistol magazine from? Okay. Maybe it remembered we looked at one in the loot box, so it was like, we'll just give one to him. Muted. I thought I pressed the temporary push to mute button when I sneezed. Let's go. Let's get out of here. I was saying I'll come back to the next location prepared to loot. Now that we're back at the ship, we might as well just get out of here and we'll continue on with the next mission. Let's take another contract. Because wherever the contract takes us, we'll have the opportunity to loot. Deliver a data probe to the shipping area. I'll collect that data probe from where we are, which is where we are. S1D C06. Let's have a look. Where are we? Okay, perfect. Let's do this one. This is where we are. Of course, that one's unavailable. Uh-oh. Things have stopped working. Nope, we're working. Try that again. Ah, damn it. Oh, wait a minute. Here's another one. Oh, that one's unavailable. Well, that looked like a mission to do inside this facility. Maybe. Okay, Woodruff. Alright, so let's go get this stuff, which we shall collect from here. Pick up titanium. Oh no, that's... Okay, I see. We're going to pick this up from one of these little outposts. Coda used to be your favourite weapon. Now you've abolished the gun life and use handcuffed crossbows like a true bogan. Handcrafted crossbows. Can we make crossbows now? That's the wrong button. Do you remember hearing something about
You are clear to launch.
crossbows on an episode of ASCL or something? Just settle down, everyone. Settle down. You had that under control. Need a new dressing gown.
Thank you, and please visit again.
Get blueprints from the Tactical Strike Group missions in Nyx. Blueprints, hey? This ground man. Somebody needs to do something about water drainage around here. Can also be looted from various rare item crates. What is that hat? You can't get shy about being bald now, it's too late. We're embracing the very early days of Crouch After Dark in a dressing gown with a fedora on. Yes, sir. Actually, we have a collection of hats here. Slash. Well, well, well. If it isn't Mr. One Stream per quarter. Alrighty then. Man, we're gonna have to get some food at some stage, aren't we? Alright, we gotta go to Woodruff so we can... I'm sure we'll find some stuff at Woodruff. And then maybe if we get back to one of these distribution centers, we can do a little bit of looting there. A Crouch Boy hat? Yes, sir. It's the hat I wear when I play Wild West tabletop games. Legends of the Old West. Let's pop this down here. Found out how to semi-legally yoink Hurston executive security armor so you can do your own cosplay as a Hurston wet work goon. Semi-legally. Did you get yourself... So I'm assuming then you got yourself a set? Tin ore. Quantanium. Some quantanium. Man, what the hell's going on? We found some shoes earlier on, and now we find some quantanium? Finding all the good things, man. Turns out knocking out a cop and stealing their gear is only crime stat 1, and all the other security ignored the act. Yeah, the good old knock 'em out. I like to pair the Hurston Artemex core and helmet with the Golden Blossom Geist limbs. Post pick in Discord, very nice. Is mining worth it again? Platty, I don't know. I think that's a very subjective term. Is anything worth it? Well, if you enjoy doing it, then it's worth it. If you're trying to earn a certain amount of money every minute, then I guess the activity that you're doing becomes relevant. But if you're just doing things for the sake of doing things and having some level of entertainment along the way, what is going on with my ship? This is not a situation I care to be in at this present point in time. Become disabled. Predicted anti-G resistance 9%. Traveling at 1,000 meters a second. Forward, backwards. It's that long time. Okay. To quantum back to Ether again. Runner doesn't even bother mining. You only mine platy? Mining isn't for earning money anymore, it's for crafting. Let's well sell your account then. Why? Mine materials and then sell those materials to people who want to craft things. Some of the ores you can't even mine solo, you need a crew. That's cool, I kind of like that. Oh goodness me, it's time for a Neverwinter Nights moment. That reminds me, when I used to roleplay as Thorgrim Bonebreaker, the greatest blacksmith on the server, that there were materials, ores that I couldn't mine without other people. And so it became a mission every time I needed to collect some ore because somebody wanted a certain weapon or something, that we'd have to get a crew together. Oh, we are fucking going very quickly! We'd have to get a crew together to go out and mine those materials. So I don't mind the fact that you sort of, some things you need a group of people for. I think that's quite a nice thing. Grasshopper, this thing. So beryllium is 20 to 100k mass rocks. Most you need a multi-crew mole, but you can rarely find small enough ones to solo. Hey people. The Prospector and Golem are dead. They can't mine anything worthwhile. People. Alright, let's go prepared this time, hey. Let's get this on. Let's get a Baku. Where are we? We're gonna need a helmet. Double clicked, who knows? Weird things happen when you double click. Right. Jazz, you've pledged a Prospector and it's fine if you can handle using active modules and the stick-in-rock gadgets. Yes, finally, the gadgets become useful. Pretty cool. I like that. It actually becomes like an activity, a mission. 99% of blueprints, hey Rhino, need 2 common and 1 rare ore to make all the rare ores require. And all the rare ores require a minimum of 2 people. What about gems, rock mining? I want to do some rock mining. Gotta get ourselves a setup. Rock is still broken, but you can use the rock is still broken, is it? That's amazing. You can use the G or the DS. Can't remember, Jazz, the last time you saw someone using a rock. The Geo completely outperforms it in more ways than just mining. Yeah, the Geo is so much fun, man. Oh, fun fact, if the mining gadget survives a blast and it isn't fully killed, you can use a cambio to repair it. I love that. That's so cool. Some gadgets on space rocks is tedious. Work super cleanly on surface rocks. See, I'm just a surface miner. I don't like floating around. Oh, show mouth out. The DS is fun, man. That's 2 successful missions! Received a blueprint for a Defiant. Alright, let's have a little bit of a scout around for some looty-looty. I mean, I'd be happy with just something to drink. Maybe something to eat. A pair of shoes would be mint. Wouldn't say no to a nice pair of gloves. Nah. We ain't found shit. Cambio light SRT attachment. Karobi energy bar. Some Dakari pods. Cambio light SRT attachment. Let's take it. Let's just take everything we can find. We're the loot monster. Maximum loot engaged. You love looting mining outposts, hey Jazz? The dirty white boxes have junk, but the clean white boxes can have even rare QB station arm. We're just gonna take everything. Yeah, spaceman. Do that. What's the situation with the hands? I've noticed this now in this patch. The hands do weird, just the posing is weird. It's a thing. The bug, is it? Or is the bug the dismantling of items not giving you the rare? Or is that a Lorville hat? Let's take it. Let's take everything. I'm here for your goods. Alright, what's in this white box? A clean white box. With helmets! Cash buck dollaritos! Strata helmet. Gale head cover teal. Okay, so this is a piece of clothing, is it? Protect your head from the wind and cold with the gale. Ode blue apparel paired a wide view visor, dynamic synthetic fabric to create an excellent thermal barrier to keep escaping without sacrificing your visibility. Still no shoes. Looks like a modernized version of the Hurston plastic bag over there. That's what I thought it was, and then I was like, hang on, we're not on Hurston. Why would they have one of those out here on Eta? Argo is winning. Is winning. Indeed. Alright, there's 2 more buildings we can check out. Let's get some accelerated momentum involved in this situation. Another building just over there. Opportunity. Looting. Buddy? Let's have a look at this looting screen. What's this about? The backpack. Some fuses, some drinks. Sewed legs. These are things locked to him, right? Can't take in stuff. This. Which is a bit disappointing. Human. That's my back torso. It's on human. View. Stuff is okay. Oh well, we got a few things from that dude. Some ammunition. What I'm kind of hoping to find out here is the vehicle admin. Is that it? Tail last portal. So it actually says it's bricked. So this is one of those examples that I think it was Jazz was mentioning earlier on. That you know, this guy's crashed his ship, has claimed it, and the components become bricked. So this is not useful for anything, right? Bricked. Could you disintegrate this stuff? Yeah, still no shoes. Yeah. I know. Alright, so let's go into here. Alright, have they walked this building again? It was working for a little while. Didn't these have medical beds in them? Or did they change them back to an older version? Where it's the version that doesn't work. Maybe the lights don't work. But I swear, you know, when I was playing, you know, on one of my streams, like the previous stream, last year, there was a med bed in this facility. The only way to benefit from looting ships is if it's an AI ship. Yeah, that kind of seems like that, right? It's over there. They haven't fixed that hab building in so long. It was working, I swear, in the previous patch. Because they'd changed that that place from like a hab building. Or maybe that's just certain locations. And it had a med bed in it. junk. But anyway. Tool. Some golden medmen. There you go. Golden medmens. That's what you need for a weekend by the creek. You need a bag full of golden medmens. Get ourselves some sustenance. Alright, let's return back to a pace of transversal that would be considered regular. Yes, Argo. Whole bunch of FS9 ammo. What we need now is an FS9. If I've got one in my collection of weaponry back in my hangar. A lot of bunkers now have a medical room. Yes, I noticed that. Right. 2 successful missions. Unbelievable. $99,500 credits. We've almost got enough cash buck dollary-doos to buy ourselves a Geo. It's too much money for Argo. It's too much money for Argo. We need to tax him at least 60% of his earnings. Goodness. No shoes. Only 100 more missions and you can buy a house in Melbourne. By the time he's completed 100 more missions, I mean, we're assuming that 100, we're talking about 100 more successfully completed missions. So we need to attempt at least 250 missions. Every time this song plays, I think it's game music, but it's not. This is called Gravitated by Edgar Hoop. Let's work our way through Edgar Hoop's discography. Alrighty, so move everything to the ship. I did it. Okay. Next. Where to next, ladies and gentlemen? What should our brave adventurer attempt to complete next? Did we pick up an ore mining bit? I don't think so. I think that was at the distribution center. We could try and do some mining in a cave. Obviously, we can't do any really delivery missions. We've got a tiny little, you know, cutter. Refueling, no. PvP, nah, not really. I'll do salvage. Bounty hunting, no. I could do some mercenary missions. We could get our certification. We do have a P4. Obviously courier missions. Okay, hang on. What's the difference between hauling, courier, and delivery? What the fuck is delivery? So we collect different things and deliver them somewhere. Okay, so how is this different from hauling? Red wing, overlapped, and yeah, hand mining is fun now that caves pop up on the radar. Yeah, I know. That's why I was thinking I could do some hand mining. I'm so excited about that. I'm yet to actually visit a cave, having, rabbited on and moaned and groaned about caves need to pop up on radars. Now, since they've started popping up on radars, I've never actually been to a cave. So we need to get ourselves an ore mining attachment and then go do a little bit of hand mining. Okay, so courier is small carryable stuff. Delivery is big SEU size stuff. Hauling is larger scale. Okay, so we could do some courier. An investigation mission. A new hire. Locate a missing person. Should we do an investigation mission? Okra Agency is looking for new contractors with a strong stomach and familiarity with dangerous situations to handle the legwork of an active missing persons investigation. Reports indicate that it is highly unlikely that you will encounter any hostiles. Contract investigator actions. Travel to the wreck site near Hurston. Search for Signy Molinari and confirm their status. If they are deceased, examine the body closely so we can verify the death via your mobiglass. Let's do this. It's first time. Let's go, Investigator Argo. Wreck site near Hurston. Okay, so does this mean it's in space or a wreck site on Hurston? Okay, quantum beacon. It's in space. Alright, sweet. And then I think the next, delivery mission hopefully takes us to a distribution center. And we can hopefully find some more loot and then a mining attachment. I reckon we're going to need a helmet for this situation. Does B change the modes on the tractor beam? Choice of helmets. Stick that up. It's good with you. Suit. It looks like it's been to microtaken. Or is the Hergequirtler beam... Okay, yeah, it's the right one. Complete. Okay. Okay, so what then is there of interest here? Surely that's not the only thing, right? So, okay, let's just slow down. Gentle. Loot boxes or anything. I kind of am digging this EVA right now. Like, you got one hand on that pistol and the other one's like swimming through space. Okay. Digging that. So maybe it is just as simple as that. Go there and find the body. And that's it. There's nothing else here for you, brave adventurer. Okay. Goodness. That scared me. Oh, quick, easy 11 grand. Am I stuck in the ship? What's going on? I don't like how this door automatically opens. Now that, like, venting of rooms and stuff is a situation. I don't like how this door automatically opens when you get close to it. I don't like that. No, sir. I don't like that at all. It's like our body temperature's returning to normal. A bit cold out there, hey? Contracts! Alright, what's next? It really would be nice when your contract history becomes, you know, permanent. It doesn't matter what server or, you know, session you're in. You always get to see, you know, I've done 112 Corey missions, you know, 58 mercenary missions, etc., etc. Alright, another Corey mission. See, I wondered this one here, right? This is collect a probe from the Covalax distribution center. So this will be from the little outpost near, you know, just outside of the distribution center. And then deliver it to the storehouse. Is that going to be the storehouse of this distribution center? In that case, it's just like a nice, quick little pop down, grab the box from here and take it over to this location. Kind of like those missions that were in the pyro landing zones at Checkmate and stuff, where you'd get a box from downstairs, take it upstairs, and get 20 grand. Can likely fit about 6 1 SCU containers in the cutter, though, if you want to try. We could do a like a little delivery mission. We have put into the cutter, into the little rambler here. How many did we get in here before? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 boxes in here. So yes, I guess we do have the option of doing some hauling missions on a small scale. Let's find the next one. I am mildly tempted. Well, actually, we don't have a loot box or anything with us. I was going to say I'm mildly tempted to do like the security contractor evaluation. And go loot some armor and weapons and things to sell. But we don't have any boxes with us. So 6 SCU of shipped ammunition to Tisa Spaceport from Hurston 2. Actually, this could be a nice one to do because that takes us back to Tisa. Back to Lorville. What do we want to go there for? As far as you know, selling looted gear is now barely enough to afford food unless you find rare gear to sell to players. Really? Gone are the days of selling an 80k box, hey? I'm interested to check it out. It's 76k. Why is this paying so much money? 2 and 4 is 6, plus 1 is 7, 2 is 9. It's a bit of running around. But you're moving 9 SCU. Granted, some of it's in Pyro at some places I'd rather not be at. For 476k. Things hauling is a lot of going around and then dropping it as usual PvP hotspots in Pyro. Six SCU of tungsten. Okay, look, here's... Okay. Collect tungsten from Everest Harbour. Oh, hang on. Okay, we want to collect it from Everest Harbour and take it down to Hurston. I was kind of hoping we'd be collecting something and taking it up to Everest Harbour. Because then I could buy a little crate. 80, you've seen a store offer like 10 credits for a rifle and armor. That's amazing. That's amazing. Hang on a second. Ship that can carry 1 SCU cargo containers to run a delivery for us across Stanton. It's in particular. Okay, so it doesn't tell you how much it is. So is this a 1 SCU container of Melina mold samples and a 1 SCU container of medical supplies? I want to find out what this is. Of course, the contract's unavailable. Or are there like 1/8 SCU boxes? Casillo. Let's go find out, eh? Looks like we can collect all three things from the same place, and we've got slightly different drop-offs.
Guess someone
Definitely.
was in the mood to see a bit more of the system. Make sure you hit the bathroom and grab a snack before you head out on this delivery, since you'll be in QT for a while. It's Elle from Kovalex, by the way. Okay, talk later.
Drop off. So where's our pickups? Here. So you reckon they're going to be just the regular 1/8 SCU boxes, hey? Definitely regular crates since they're cargo from the Alliance Aid event. It's the Alliance Aid event.
Did you know why we drink water? Because we can't eat it.
To land in the daylight? What a treat! This is a treat. Actually, it might be daylight by the time we get to the surface, hey? Damn it. Well, I've got to say, I'm really enjoying these missions so far. Alright, so we want to pick up these, and then we want to deliver one to Greenglade, one to Faithful Dream, and one to the security compound. From HP Casillo. Yeah, okay. Same place, yeah. After 3 days of searching, hey Jazz, you finally found 900 quality Auratite, and you got 0.7 SEU out of it. 900 quality. What's going on here? What does that say? Pick up Millennium Multiplier, 1.4 million. Drop off. Drop off. On Hurston. But where the fuck are we? This is Hurston. Is this not Hurston? I done fucked up again. It's where? Does that say 1.4? I quantumed it to the wrong place. Target. Okay. Looks like I wanted to the wrong place. Shoot. Been playing a lot of Alheim lately. I'm really, interested to see where Star Citizen goes in terms of its crafting and its base building and its progression and its purpose. Alright, pick up the other side of the planet. Did indeed quantum to the wrong place. Let's go. Can't target the quest marker. Zoom out a smidge and spam. Click the icon until you select the location's actual beacon. Hinton tip. Of course, it's not time. All right. Let's try all of this again. So, for this one, we're picking up 3 different items in the same location and then dropping them off to 3 different locations, and we're getting paid 70 grand. Or we could do a simple pick up and drop off for 37 grand. So we're doing 1, 2, 3, 4 locations for 70 grand. Guess we'd do 4 locations for similar sum if we did the other ones. They look like vehicle tracks on the ground to anyone else. Right, where are we? Hurston. No helmet required. Now, I wonder you can fit any of these 1/8 SCU boxes. Oh no, there are a 1 SCU box. Okay. Can I not move a 1 SCU box with a handheld tractor beam?
Hurston, no helmet required. Bold to say when breathing that pollution will give you the black lung. It would be cool. Like, there was a few patches back. Like a bug that, you know, when you're on Hurston. Okay, gotcha. See the arrow. Arrow points down. There was a bug that when you're on Hurston, it would fuck you up a little bit if you didn't have a helmet on. Okay, so I like how, like, you had to pull down on the box to take it off of the shelf instead of, like, lifting it up off of the shelf. Yeah, you sort of have to pull it down through the shelf. Alright, so 3 boxes is easy business. Oh, no, it's not! Oh, good lord. Down. Down for the danger. All right. So where is the security compound? Is that going to be here? The distribution center. Old. I really wish drop off the medical. I wish those bloody icons for the boxes in the back of the ship would go away. I don't need to know about that right now. Golden Medmen? They're popping up on my radar. Golden Medmans are on the radar. Oh my god, it's a good day in Star Citizen, ladies and gentlemen, when Golden Medmans are appearing on the radar. Where is the security compound? Slash, enough procrastinating for now. You need to go back to doing the working. Very much for the needed distraction. It's lovely to see you, Slash. Hope you're well, mate. Huh? What's that? I guess we'll just head off into space and go drop something off. And we'll eventually come back here, perhaps. Who the hell knows, man? Where the hell is security compound? It can't be the distribution center that's, like, super close to us. Some Dolivine down there. Let's get that QT on. That's not good. Patambus are popping up on the radar now too. That one's 1.2. Yeah. 1.4.
The other one's out in space here. Okay, so they're all over the shop. Who the hell knows where they are? Mr. Zero to Middling, how are you, my friend? Hey there, Crouch! Love to see you back again. Well, you know, it's time for my annual stream. All harvests will show up now, including golden medmans. The golden medman. That's amazing. Need some altitude, man. It's altitude fast. There we go, Faithful Dreams. That's where we want to go. Let's go. Yeah, all harvestables show up now. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I think that's been like that now for a couple of patches. I remember someone saying that they turn up because you need, you know, to be able to, you know, go. And I've moaned about this before. You know, you need to be able to go out and harvest these things for the Rayari missions. Supposed to be dropping something on here. You're not getting a marker. Interesting. Contact landing services.
Contact submitted. Stand by for confirmation.
Maybe because we're close, the marker doesn't appear anymore. Anyway, go chuck one on the freight elevator and see what happens. Medical supplies, hey? I guess the boxes will tell me which ones need to go where. Distance from them, eh? Lovely to see that. The physics is still the same in this batch as it has ever been. Yes, put the box down and then it does like a little frog jump. Just ignore the physics, please. Alright, lovely. Yep. Oh, perfect. I do want to point out that we still have no shoes. Where are these next ones going? One's going to Green Glade. Okay, that's the wrong. Okay, yep, no, get back in there. Okay. Top. Okay, there'll be nothing at Green Glade, and we're still yet to kind of figure out where security compound is. If security... How can... Guess we'll just find out when we get to it. Because it's got to go in a freight elevator, right? Okay, it ticks one of them off. That's very nice. Like how it had that, like, the little animation. Flashed it, ticked it off, and then it disappeared. Set a course for the station at her L1.
The star map is being updated, sir.
Yeah, it doesn't work. Are these both at Green Glade? Who knows? Oh, no. Okay, so we just passed security compound. I've really been enjoying the fact that these delivery missions have been working. It's quite nice. Just fly around and do some simple drop-offs. Oh, dear Lord.
We have an emergency, Commander. Raiders are preparing to board.
Better not.
Quick, hide the Tim Tams.
Hide the Tim Tams.
Being raided by Thea and Lee Sidar. They've brought
Oh, the one and
14
only
raiders
Sidar.
from
How
our
are you, my
goodies.
friend?
Welcome to the stream, folks. Welcome to After Dark.
Oh, good Lord. I hope you're well. I hope you had a wonderful stream. Oh, my Lord. It's my first time. Everything's under control. My first time checking out 4.8. I haven't played for a couple of months. And we're just floating around here with everyone's favourite Bogan, the Ginger King, sitting in his cutter Rambler. Where is he? He's hiding in there. There he is. The Ginger King, Mr. Argo Hurston, trying to find himself some shoes. He's woken up from a terrible dream. He has no money. His house over in Nix is gone. His Argo Raft was nothing but a fantasy. And he woke up back in Lorville with a distinct lack of footwear. So we've been out doing some delivery missions in the hope of finding Argo some shoes, which we did do, but we were unprepared for looting shoes because we did not bring with us any attire that would allow us to stash said shoes amongst that attire. So we are still currently shoeless. Stream was amazing. Grinding rep. What were you grinding rep for? What kind of rep were you trying to get? Which one did you want to group up? Just in time for some crash. Crash after dark. Okay, so now I don't know which one of these. I guess we just pop them both in here. Do I have a helmet on? I don't. I guess, like, the hangar has, like, a barrier. I guess we just put them both on here. One of them will get consumed, and the other one, I'm hoping we can get back. Because it doesn't really tell me which one is which, right? Yes, one of them will get turned in, the other will go into the warehouse. Okay, sweet. And now we'll go find out, I guess, where this mysterious security compound is. But I've been pleasantly surprised that that all of these contracts that I've been doing so far, these basic delivery contracts, have all been working out. It's lovely to see the little box missions back in. This is one of the delivery missions. But we've been doing a few of the courier missions beforehand. You've been watching both streams, have you, Meta? Hey! Getting a little bit of differences for each one. Alright, let's go. Enjoying your courier missions? You did them in a rental M80. That's pretty sweet. Alright, so we'll hand this in and then they'll give us 70 grand. 110 grand. So I think with this 70 grand, we should be able to afford a Geo, right? I think we can afford the Geo now. I think the Geo's at like only 98 grand or something. So we're going to have to make a quick stop somewhere along the way here. Because obviously this isn't at L2. Is there a place called Security Compound? Okay, no. Going to Farnsway. Okay. Alright, I think just a bit of a misunderstanding in terms of nomenclature. Fun fact. Even an Aurora Mark II can carry the Geo. You just need to use the engineering terminal to keep the cargo module open during travel. Yeah, I heard that. Security compound is supposed to be just one of those unmarked distribution outposts. Set compound is usually a fob, yeah. Or so I guess this one just gets put on the shelf then, hey? Can we go to this is That was me. More delicious beverages are required. Sort of on and off over the patches, we've either been allowed to travel to the distribution centers and go looting and travel and walk around and without having any sort of issues in terms of trespassing. And then every now and then there'll be a patch where you can't go to the distribution centers unless you have a contract to go there. And then even for some patches, then even if you do have a contract, you'll still be trespassing when you go to the center. Does anybody know what it's currently like in 4.8? Can we go to a distribution center for, adventuring about? Or will you be fired upon? I guess given we're so close to this distribution center anyway, and we haven't been fired upon, I was going to say we're not currently trespassing, but we've got a mission to sort of be here. So Sakura-san is always friendly. So Jazz, you reckon it's intentional that you're only allowed there when you get a job there? That's how it works right now. Hurston security controlled area. Hang on. It's right Alt and L for the light thing, isn't it? Doesn't seem to work in this ship. It's more. What's that all about? So Sakura-san is always friendly. Same for the criminal rent distributions, in which those will always hate you. Everyone other than Sakura-san requires a contract. Okay. So Zero, when you say you run DCs all the time, oh god, we need a drink. Oh, we have drinks. We looted some drinks earlier on. Beverages. I like a succulent Chinese meal. So when you say you run DCs all the time, are you saying that you do missions at the distribution centers, or you just go adventuring about the distribution centers? Right, whereabouts are we? I don't remember where we landed. Assuming we're on Hurston, right? Yeah, we're at the distribution center. We have to be. This is what die. I have to orientate this box around the right way. Item is misaligned. Are you kidding me? Touchy valid. Okay, so you got to put the box around the right way. Interesting. Interesting. Entering private property. Okay, so here we go. Trespassing. Get the hell out.
Everything looks good. Who's credits? Yeah, I think we're done. Good stuff.
Growth inside my ship. Alrighty. Your off-grid account lives life without missions, mostly. Yeah, sweet. You only take one mission every 2 hours and only keep 3k for them. Yes! Like it! Let's go! You can take a fake mission by paying a bribe to get landing permissions, but I can't actually do those missions. Can't buy anything other than ammo and store rolls. Let's go. That, my friend, is a life uncharted. Maybe I should get back to some collision course here. Get back to some of the original rules for a life uncharted. Of course it is. Of course it is. Your playstyle was actually inspired. Oh no! My unsuitable ear. One of its earbud things. Regular, or a person with regular shaped ears that allow you to like actually move around with your butt. I can already feel this one as I'm starting to move about, wanting to, you know, experience a certain level of freedom. I need to find that. Just know when I'm getting ready for work. I'm going to work tomorrow. Because while we're streaming, I'm going to put on my motorbike boots and I'm just going to step on that earbud and crush it. Acorn's got me a present. Allow me, my dear friends, a few moments. Just know if I stop looking for it. Crush it. Later. Later. Yeah, your playstyle was actually inspired by the Ginger King and Super Mac Brother. Yeah, I really enjoy Super Mac Brother. Alright. What is this guy doing? I wonder if we can go into attack mode. We can shoot him. Like, sort of. Ship he's in. Oh, there's been a whole bunch of new ships and stuff released, hasn't there? Like another little Drake one, like a little fighter grasshopper ship thing. What's it called, the Brute or something like that? Oh god, I don't have a helmet on. Fuck. This is a situation that's bad right now. About that. The pit bull. What does he put in here? Novian crossbow. Oh, that's pretty cool. Should we shoot him? The pit bull. Snub fighter.
You are fined 1 credit for a violation of the verbal.
What was that little thing? Oh, extra ammo. Fine for accepting gifts. You know, I think Argo's allowed to accept gifts. Oh, goodness me. Predicted anti-G resistance. Shoot him. I don't want to splat him. You don't want to splat him. Doing crimes. No, Mr. Acorn. There he is. Has given me a crossbow thingy majorgler. Oh no. Oh no, it's a missile.
wouldn't trust Origin owners. I think Argo's destiny is an Origin ship. I think that's where he really sees himself. In a luxury ship from Origin. So collection, okay, so collections of Wickalow. 5 Ranter Dung, man. 5 Ranter Dung for 103 grand. That's pretty crazy. Lucky you want Kruger to take Origin's luxury market. The hauling contracts. Okay, so these courier ones, entry level. These are quite fun. I really enjoyed these. You know, just simple little box missions. Just the thing. What is that ship? What is it? It's unknown. Oh yes, I was watching just the other day. An M80. Is there a Mark II of the M80? That's not an M80. It's pretty cool. I like the animations. I was watching the video on the Odin. M80. New heavy fighter. Didn't they already have an M80? Yeah, maybe I'm confused. Courier work is a vibe. You have a bigger ships, but you spent the first days of the patch doing courier stuff in an Aurora. Oh, the M50 is the racing ship. Maybe that's what I'm doing. M50 is the racing ship. M80 is the fighter. Take it for a spin if I want. Oh, not just yet. Hey, go on. Maybe later, mate. Value with the cutter. 85x with the M50. Yeah, so there's been quite a few ships released, hasn't there? Is there something that shows you what the... What is the Aegis Tiburon? Is this a new ship? Or is this another concept? I thought the only concept was the... not the Orion, what's it called? The Odin. Oh, it is fly now. 770. Tiburon plus the vermilion paint. Heavy gunship pack. Okay, so it's sort of a little bit bigger than a hammerhead. Bigger than a Perseus. Jazz, your favourite release for Defense.com was the Starlight. It's so cute. You want a cargo variant? Rhino says the Starlight is dead on arrival. Got the Tiburon, do you, Rhino?
Acorn, you've readjusted your fleet again. You've got the M80, the Aegis Tiburon, the Drake Pitbull, and a Misk Starlight. It's the Misk Starlight. It's the Misk Star. Fueling Hope. Is it a refueler, is it? Light refueling ship. Sweet. Do. Ships. Don't get time. Misk Starlight keeps haulers, miners, explorers moving, delivering fuel where it matters the most. Push deeper into the galaxy, answer calls at the first edge of space, and take pride in being the ship others can count. Simple service. Starlight. Just for you. It's quite a small ship. If that's refueling a fighter, it's quite a small ship, hey? No, those are the new ships. Okay, you only got the M80 Acorn, okay. With the current magical size of ship fuel tanks, the Starlight can just about refuel a light fighter. My thoughts on the Odin. Oh, do we really need that ship? I think it's just a little bit extreme. I think it's way early in the concept. When I was watching that, it just seemed like a whole bunch of nerds just geeking out about something that would be cool to do. And that's cool. I dig that. You know, I'm a nerd, and, you know, I've had my own businesses, and I've chilled out and geeked out with other nerds about cool products and stuff that we could make. And but for the state of the game, I really think it's unnecessary. And it did upset me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, it did upset me a little bit. I mean, can we have a game first, please? Let's just concentrate on a game, with game things in a game, with progression and purpose and meaning and, you know, things to do that have purpose, before we talk about, you know, more $5,000 ships. Let's have a game first, and then hopefully that evolves into a reason to need a big ship like the Odin. Odin is an end game, all craftable ship they want to do. Well, hopefully it's, you know, 5 or 6 years away, and that we're just having a good time nerding out. And I really do like Misk ships. $60. Yes, it's like a little one hit, you know. Somebody needs some fuel, you jump out there with, you know, it's like you've got like a spare fuel tank. You go out there, you know, empty out your spare fuel tank into their fuel tank, and they go off, and then you go back and refuel. It's like a one hit sort of deal. Look at this, it's a tiny little gas tank on wheels, but in space. That's so cute. I need to do a little bit of moving around. Feels like they cooked up the Odin to click farm with all the concept pics. Ooh, look at our last concept sale. Yeah, kind of. I mean, you could very, very clearly see that it's very much still in concept. Odin is just a flying server. They made 10 million in a day. They did sell over 100 Odins, or was it 1,000? The latter. 2,000 or more, says Acorn. Oh, good on them. Starlight has a cozy RV interior and the new light switches next to the door panels. That's sweet. Melted your Golem meta and bought an Aurora Mark II. You have buyer's remorse about that too. Hang on, wait, you have buyer's remorse about the Golem or the Mark II? It's bugged on releases you can't change. Well, that's, you know, that's just to be expected. Oh, goodness me. Oh, boy. Check this out. Where is he? Where's he gone? Targeting buttons and stuff. Got involved in a fight right. Is that Acorn down there? Called in an NPC refuel. Is that him there? In front of me? Well, that's some dude in an X-Wing. Oh, is that X-Wing is the protection, is it? Refueled by a Starfarer. That's pretty sweet. I was gonna say that Starfarer had a pretty cool paint scheme on it. But, security fighters escorting the Gemini. Now we need an AI food delivery service. They come in a cutter converted into a food truck that opens up on the side window with a cash register and a countertop. Oh, they don't have all the pictures. I don't think I'll have them either. We had this little MDF model kit called the Little Ramana VFD80. It was like a flying food truck that we sort of took a lot of inspiration from the food truck in oh my god, what's it called? Oh my god, I can't remember what it's called, with Mr. Corbin Dallas. Anyway, good try. There was yeah, that that was the Little Ramen from our Chinatown range, Century City, and then we did a sci-fi version for Neo Century. Little flying tuk-tuk, man. That's what they need in this game. Little flying tuk-tuks to like just hover around on the ground. Settlements. Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. I missed it. They're gone. So the refueling is working, hey? The NPC refueling. Well, you said your thoughts about the Odin, but what do you think about the actual ship? I don't know, really. You know, what did we really get to see? Outside of just, the excess of such a massive capital ship. I don't know. It didn't really do anything for me. Did I watch the whole 1 hour video about it? Yes. Yeah. See, I don't know. That's the impression it's left on me. I watched the whole 1 hour and I don't really have an opinion. Because I think it's completely, really unnecessary for the game. So, did I get hyped? No. Like I said, I was more annoyed, really, than I was excited for the capital ship. Good night, Meta. Thank you, mate. Enjoy the Premier League. I hope it's exciting. So it's way too early to be doing that kind of scale. Yeah. Yes. Let's have an actual functional finished game. I want to do this security contract. What is going on with this mobile glass? Why am I so cold? Sense. Kraken has an internal tram. Well, yeah. Well, they mentioned that. Yeah, that the Odin has a tram in it, right? The moment someone told me it was that had its own internal tram, I was like, yeah, that won't go well. Yeah. I don't know why my armor is covered in ice. At least we've heated back up again. Bit random. Left the air conditioning on. Yeah, well, the thrusters seem to be firing away. Take all this stuff off. Let's head on back down to we might head on back down to Lorville. I think we might call it a little adventure there. Fun little stream. Back to Lorville, left the air conditioning on. It's too cold. I don't know why. This obviously there's something bugged with this undersuit. But I'm cooked. Tired. I've been doing the morning shifts for about a month now, and I'm not used to being up so late again. It's midnight. Sort of been going to bed sort of around, 8:30, 9 o'clock, 9:30. I did get up at 3:30 this morning. I've been up for a while. But it's been a fun little session. Thank you to the one and only Sadar for bringing in his raid with 14 members of his community earlier on. What a legend. Lossy. Dropping his prime sub. Thank you, mate. I've got to figure out a routine. Want to get back into making content for Knights of Dice. Talking about these things and I never do anything about it. Contact landing services.
Contact submitted. Stand by for confirmation.
There is a landing pad.
In a queue? We're gonna get moisture on our windscreens. Are we gonna get like windscreen wipers? Grim was wondering why his ship was overheating. He was on Aberdeen and had cooler set to minimum power. Oh yeah, see, that's something I didn't even think about checking. Is like maybe there's something wrong with, you know, my ship settings or something. Doesn't look like it. I think just my undersuit is bugged. Because it's been that white color for quite some time.
Touchdown. Welcome to Lorville.
All right, we are still shoeless. We are still shoeless. Instantly, this is covered in ice. Maybe it is something to do with the ship. Let's get out of the ship. Instantly, my suit is covered in ice. $34.7, $34.9, $35. Yeah, it's something to do with the ship. You know, life support is responsible for internal Atmos stuff. It's been buggy on some ships. Yeah, the cooling in the Cutter Rambler is on overdrive. Oh boy. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for allowing me. You were true. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of your evening. Absolutely wonderful adventure. There we go. My jumpsuit's slowly defrosting. Weird. Yeah, I'll sort out some sort of schedule. Come up with some more rules. Or, you know, I guess what is this? Season 3, I guess, of A Life Uncharted. Starting again from a wipe. Everyone's favourite burger. The Ginger King, Mr. Argo Hurston. Been an absolute pleasure. I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. I have no idea when I will see you next. But whenever that is, I will see you. I'll see you next time. Oh yeah, Acorn, thank you very much for the little space pistol. We'll have to put it to some use. Mess about with Argo's account and get him sorted out for some proper off-grid adventures. I'll see everyone next time. Beep.